Good evening, everyone. This stream is now in session. Obi-Wan 362, Gamer Law presiding. And welcome back. Frostpunk 2, Electric Boogaloo. We're trying to, as per usual, so, get my phone. And then got. I gotta try and remind myself what else is going on. So, like, we've got some squalor going. Squalor's growing. We're low on materials. That's right. But I'm building us a materials location. Oh, this is a prefab. It's the prefabs. Because realized as we were trying to end off for the night. That's materials. That's food. You're also food. And you have infinite amount of deep fertile soil. Melting drill. We'll figure that out. We're about to get into the colder season. And we started to build. I think we started to build food extraction. Maybe no. I can see the. No, yeah, we started to build food extraction, and then had to stop when I realized that we were gonna have no prefabs. No way to get. Look at the stalwarts are currently maxed out with us, so they're should be collecting prefabs for us. Not working anything on the idea tree right now, but that's mostly because we are just low on resources. Like, untreated sawmill or mechanized sawmill. And like it up. Problem is the untreated sawmill increases disease, whereas the mechanized increases squalor and lowers temperature. Lowering temperature is, obviously work shifts at all. Weather adjusted shifts. Huh. Machine central. So the only problem that we're running into is the fact that it seems like all of the new Londoners and stalwarts upgrades are increasing. Circulates the ambient air through natural moss that absorbs and filters impurities. That's a good idea. Ventilation tower. Fire upkeep. Decreased and squalor is significant. I think we let them have the. We let them have their moss filtration towers. Yeah, we're gonna. Make a deal, but not bad. 6 bays. Vanguard logistics bay. Automated. I feel like not letting the Frostlanders have some say on the Frostland is a mistake. Or exploration time. Ooh, we can lower exploration time. Okay, for these ones, it's literally just more positive. Like there is, it costs the same number of people. It costs the same number of everything. It one of them is supported by both these guys, and the other one is supported by just the Frostlanders. Like that is just an objectively better option. Change to food output Frostland harvest. Yeah, so yeah, the Frostlanders have it online. The only thing that makes this one a negative is the increased number of people required for upkeep. But like, this one's the same. It's just everybody agrees, but it's who I give the project to. So, okay. No quality. Efficiency bonuses. People who work most efficiently is slightly increased. That's it. Worker rations. Less rises marginally, but food demand also goes. Right now, we are not meeting that, so that's not gonna fly. Housing block. Dense housing block. Just slightly. I think just upping. I would rather just up it a little bit. Not risk the increase in problems. The youths. Liberated youths. Experiment free from arbitrary bound judgments. This rises slightly. City ability, which bolsters the city's workforce but costs. Or shielded youth. Faction membership slightly decrease each year. Meow. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. All right. Watch towns. squads, lower crime. Guards, lower crime. Like this is identical. It's identical, but just requires less up. Some some things people just know better. All right, let's start with the Frostling because I want to do more of that. And let's just start with. Start this one. I think we were waiting because we were low on heat stamps. Just to finish. Okay, that's fine. I didn't even realize it was still going. I thought.
Well, the frost is here.
All right. We need. You're fine. You're livable. I think the logistics of this should be fine. All right. I'm just saying. We're gonna allocate the heat to them. I just don't know. All right. We do not have to fair, apparently. Something's gotta finish. Like we gotta. Okay. The generator capacity is 700. That's as high as it goes. Got it. All right. In which case, we can afford to cut the food district. we're gonna have to figure out a way to. So the fact that this is still rotating makes me feel like it's not paused. What's history? Soothed. Welcome to the court. Soothed, I guess. Welcome to the courtroom. How are you? Also livable. Need to be livable. Proximity type launch. Yeah, like I enjoyed the first one. I'm trying to figure out this one. Cause like, oh, I thought we hadn't already. That's why. That's why. Okay. I didn't want to do that other. I didn't want to do the cross research. Yeah, I went to the housing installation. Evaluation. Yeah, we need to work on these instead. 'Cause this place is cold. So have you played both of them or just this one? Prefabs. Playing games with this style, like RTS style. Like I love games like this. I'm just not great at them. So
Steward.
well, district temperature. Stewart, we have received multiple complaints from citizens that the districts have grown colder of late. Everyone keeps coming to me to complain, but there ain't much I can do. As I checked, it's the steward who's supposed to keep us warm, like the furnace technician. Cold is a serious concern for our citizens. You can open it. We're stuck at the moment. As soon as this research is done, though, we'll fix it to the research we should have been doing. Oh, management style? Makes sense. Cavern near the bay, we find a disturbing sight. Bodies in sturdy frostland gear neatly laid side by side and left to freeze. Black oil markings over their closed eyes. Ghastly burial ritual. The map we found suggests they were heading to an old machine somewhere by a desolate coast. The machine would require a source of fuel. 17 weeks. You can find oil there. Sleeping shoulder to shoulder under the thick layers of fur. But they figured it out. They're doing all right. Roach. Need more coal. Tally ho. Tally ho. So why of all the management games start with this one? It's a good one. I like it. I'm not complaining. I will not begrudge you your choice. Coal mines. That's right. Dude. Don't be
Stewart.
Leslie. The coal deposits in this district will soon run out. Stalwarts and the New Londoners believe they can use explosives to access deeper veins of coal. Processors say we should send children or mist ore in the tighter tunnels. They did this as kids themselves in the mine outpost, and they survived unscathed. Oh. There are other fuel sources out there, but it's the timing that's the issue. Hey, if Frostlanders want to volunteer children, like, I don't like it. Doesn't give me the warm and tinglies, but okay. Heating utilization. I don't know if we want. Special Control Center. Requires more people with less impact. That is going to increase squalor. Let's get the clear benefit ones first, and then we can go to the other ones. Like if we do this, then we can at least get it cheaper to be pumping. Get everybody and all we're doing. Don't have the heat sinks. on food. And materials. Of materials out there. Food is my biggest, my biggest concern right now. Like, I want us to have more housing. However, one of the housing upgrades will give us plus 10 to each housing district. Satisfy what our issue is right now. Whereas, food-wise, we are in real under. Don't care. Days, 15 weeks, 5 days. All right. Both of them are BS. Daring to Dream. Ruby King, 27, Apothecary. For years, suggesting anything against the captain might meant close scrutiny from starwards. Despite the bullshit booming from the bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way. Kept to our principles, stayed frugal. Put families first, watched out for our neighbors, continued our traditions. Now we have a council. It's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. The council has inspired people to suggest new ideas about the city's future. Good. Uh-oh. Not so good.
Pilgrims are now officially recognized by the city.
Surrender to the Frost. I don't like that.
Delegates.
Surrender to the frost!
Surrender to the frost.
I don't like that. Creates frontier flock. Those who live Frostland find fellowship in their numbers. Colonists' voice. Empathize with colonists and get angry when the steward neglects them. Okay. Channel their rage into concrete action instead of agitating their fellow citizens. Okay. The programs with deep knowledge of the frost will guide scout teams. Oh, okay, that's fun. They favor adaptation, quality, and tradition. Okay. Population growth. Reach a certain threshold of population. Census will take place. Increasing overall population, including workforce. And the issues in the city are overwhelming. Population growth stagnant. Resolve that by improving conditions in your city or researching new methods to fight the most pressing problems in the idea tree. Some laws also directly increase population. Prefab production. We're working on that. Factions. Some citizens ignited by passion and strong beliefs will organize and form groups known as factions. Factions are groups of citizens that are united by a common and clearly defined ideology. Actively seek to implement it in all aspects of the city. Factions originate from communities and share some of their beliefs, however, they have opinions of the city's direction in all three fields, whereas communities focus only on one aspect. Okay, interesting. Factions are more radicalized and better organized, which can be advantageous in certain situations. If your relations are positive, you can ask them to perform special action. And if they disagree with your rule, their opposition can get more fierce. Factions will propose extreme or radical ideas to be implemented in the city. So engage in disruptions such as rallies or protests. To inspect, familiarize yourself with factions that appear in your city. It's like a portrait at the bottom of the screen. fervor means how many radicals are active within a faction. These radicals increase tension. High fervor can lead to violence and even civil war. This is when a faction opposes your decisions and actions. To increase fervor, you need to maintain very good relations with the faction for a long enough time. Use a de-radicalized faction action, community from which the faction origins. Community from which the faction originates. Or use special ability in a prison building. Control the city in your hands. Understand the desire of the faction. Okay, great. I got more people I got to juggle. I ain't built for this. Did I sign up for this? Yes. I mean, I know what I'm doing. Absolutely. Relations were skeptical. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can be skeptical.
Through order, victory.
Through order, victory. Surrender to the frost!
Surrender to the frost.
Who are you?
Through order, surrender.
Surrender to the frost.
Surrender to the frost!
Okay, so the Pilgrims are a faction within
Through order,
the Stalwarts?
Through order.
surrender to the frost.
Surrender
That
to the
can't be.
frost.
Surrender to...
No. They're their own thing. Oh, I see. Okay. Those are the two factions. Got it. And then these are the overarching community. Got it. I understand. Oh. Oh no, they died. Lying, not to be glib about it, but
Steward.
Through order, victory.
Through order, victory.
this is gonna heat up here. Weeks. I wish this would tell me, give me a better guide of what week it is. Bless you, folks. And again. I also wish more than anything that that would go away. House. I know. All right, there's a bunch of them. I know. Working on it. So it talked about squalor. Squalor means that your citizens have to endure polluted air and overwhelming dirt and squalor arises when there are not enough materials, demand for the maintenance of the city, also reduced by implementing new inventions from the idea tree. On the other hand, some technologies like generator upgrades of various buildings can emit toxic fumes, polluting the city further. It's clutter. Hey, what are you doing? And technologies like generator upgrade, squalor increases disease, tension, increases population. Or also causes recurring events that damage random districts, which is indicated districts where. Where reaches the maximum limit, your district turns off due to a malfunction. Destruction again, you need to repair it at a cost of just district. All things considered, we're doing okay. All that needs passed. Mission support. Not there enough. Force attacks. Yeah. Okay. Like harvesting funerals seems like honestly the best thing. I understand that you guys want your ceremonial, but like increase research speed and disease is slightly decreased. Like what do you want our New London? I think they'll go for it. Small step. They don't go for it.
Hear ye.
I was like, we
hear
should be fine.
ye. The votes are in. The measure passes.
The father, we won't bury him.
Steward.
I get none. What was growing steward the endless cold and wind take heavy toll on our structures. Steel grows brittle and cracks, wood deforms and splits. Winds batter the city. On top of this, any industry we build adds fumes and waste that accumulates if not picked up. The supply of materials to maintain our infrastructure. I gotcha. Good materials. Okay, we've got materials there. Just need. Oh, we don't even have the workforce for it. I assume it's because this construction's ongoing. Make it chilly, but it's not. It's at least not cold. Uh, we need more workers. And the problem is we're not actually pulling enough of anything. How much longer do you have? We don't have the resources or the manpower. Definitely. We need 600 workers. We do not have that.
The research in
Find the shaft. I was broken down in the coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine along with the deposit. The stalwart engaged in the rescue effort insists we can still save the mine by cutting off the air supply to the shaft and suffocating the flame. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Save them. Save the kids. Days. All remaining is none. At least that gives me people to work with now, though. District built on depleted deposit to recycle valuable prefabs and materials. Yeah, I see. Oh. Good, we lost another. Not ideal, but we need. So you have that. Then we can finally get in a position. Hopefully, make something happen. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use this space right here. All it's. We gotta figure out how to make these guys things bigger. Guys, everybody's on board for this. You're here, pilgrims. All are contained. Uh, gotta be careful. Yeah. That's just a good idea, no matter who's doing it. Should have reduced the amount of squalor that we've got to deal with. Yeah. Still have scarcity. up.
The pilgrims will be hosting ice baths and cold breathing sessions tonight at 11 p.m.
Lucy Fairweather, 13, minor. Afraid of the cold after the mine collapsed. I'm tired of people treating me like a baby. I knew it was risky working in the mine. I chose it because Grandma froze to death. My mum froze to death. My brother lost his hands. If I died in the hole stoking the fire, I saved one family from seeing the ice on their mum's face, and it'd be worth it, see? But no one asked me. Let the coal burn, and now it's getting proper cold again. Said it will need even more fuel when the temperature drops. Yeah, the temperature's about to go up, so we're gonna take our wins.
A new territory charted.
All right. Right now, at the very least, we have what we need everywhere else. Only losing a little bit. So glad I put that there, and so we don't need to do anything with it. Great. Ruined machine lies across a crevasse. Wagons spilled into the nearby snow. There are clear signs that people have come and gone from the site and been storing goods here. What amazed our scouts with the most is the huge quantity of readily available oil. To be the fuel source we've been waiting for. Oop, nope, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Stop it. Stop it. Mangled carts. Only debris in a mangled cart. We found old navigation. Can't wander forever. Only get through this canyon. We set up a permanent base next to the oil. Car holds a large number of cores. Come back for it later. Colony going. How's this work? I just keep track of both of them in tandem because I am not going to be good at this. On the broken shore lies an old, derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run it on oil as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station? But deep in the black pools lie rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs. We have to desecrate these graves to access all of them. Sorry, guys. We're gonna adapt and survive. Black gold. Oil will save the city, but we need to adapt our generator to use it. Meantime, we'll need to establish a reliable supply. By the time we settled beyond New London. A colony at the old dreadnought, connected with a solid trail to New London. When then can the supply be assured? Yep. 20 Frostland teams, 100 prefabs, and a trail. Whale mine. Pods of whales froze here after being pursued by humanity's last whaling vessels into the freezing harbor. The scouts are amazed at the sight of the massive bodies made pale by the ice. Finally, I found my white whale, the scout commander jokes. No one laughs. Years ago, the captain sent a team with machines to bore through the ice and mine out the whale meat. Take machines back to New London to assist our extraction, or send a new team here to finish the job. $50,000 coal. That would be handy. That would be something. Okay, we're at least starting on a stockpile of materials, so that's nice. At least have that going for us now. Housing is still an issue, but once housing insulation is done, we buff the housing districts more. So what is your problem? What do you want?
Steward. Surrender to the frost!
Surrender to the frost.
Okay. Yes, like you have nothing new to offer. It's just a bug that won't go away. These guys are much against it. Get the other housing district built up like I want. I mean, shoot, we can give them what they want, but should be able to get there. So do goods only come from... I don't think I've seen anywhere to... I think they only come from like industrial district. Goods are not addressed. Produce goods in industrial districts and buildings are passed laws to make them more available. Industrial district means 50, and we're only stocked on 25. So we don't have any. Producing no food scarce at this point. Low on. So low on meat stamps. Problem. It's just absent. You're just angry. Proposals. Let's see what we can. Pilgrims, what do you want? We've already passed all that. I think we already blooped out both of those. We could do this one if I could. I need to build. I need to build more housing. I gave them wanted. I gave them the research. Expiration time is that. Or we can afford the heat stamps right now. Get
Steward.
significantly worse than I don't significantly worse than it.
Through order, victory.
Through order,
Do you wish you
victory.
would? Yeah, okay. I know what you. All right.
Surrender to the
Surrender to the frost!
The frost.
Right. I'm trying to make everybody as happy as I can, right? Is that dumb? Yes, it is. Am I gonna keep doing it? Yes, not. Yeah. It's forever. We can have prefams are. Oh gosh, they took forever too. You guys angry? I gave you the research. Right? I think you guys are the ones doing it. Nope. We're over here. I guess it doesn't count if.
The Research Institute concluded its latest task and is ready for its next priority.
Cool. We actually not enough heat stamps all over the place. Not enough heat stamps for anything. All due maintenance. Unproductive due maintenance. Increase. Contractors due maintenance, but it costs us money. Don't like that, especially right now where we can't seem to get the money that we need anyway. Also, I question these two options when they have a negative, and there is no negative to these two. Stockpile hub efficiency. I don't think that's not fighting hub, rail hub. The youths, the brave youth, dutiful youth. Yeah, with these two just being factions, if we can decrease. Look how much. Look how much. Look the benefit we get. I hate it. I hate everything. All right. We need. No access to Steam yet. Heat dispatcher. Okay, and with the heat dispatcher, we can. It's a build-in. It's another structure to build within our districts. I don't know what to research. Like efficiency seems super useful. However, factory, large facility, discarded prefabs and goods, as well to manufacture new ones with minimal resources. I like it. It's a good idea. Don't like the illness increase, but large facility using semi-automated machinery to produce construction. Depends on the goods through like. Why is there an asterisk? Always the temperature level. Squalor is increased. Week. Each time per week. Okay, so it's well, Squalor uses a bigger workforce, and now we're running into that being a problem because our workforce being too low is causing problems now. Automate this. Yeah, again, this one is the there is no downside here. The only thing I really see is the fact that we did it. Resources and population. You can transfer resources and people between a colony and the city. Send resources to open panel. Select a colony on the right side of the screen and choose the direction and amount by adjusting the slider. Sending any resource supply is limited by the shipping capacity displayed on the for both sides of the transfer. To increase shipping capacity, you can research skyways along the entire distance between the colony and a city. Press Meet Demand to prioritize fulfilling demand. Select the side of the transfer. The Meet Demand button appears when you hover the cursor over a resource category. Which one side has the demand of the resource and the other has it. In case of fuels, heat demand is one that can be met. Make sure that the generator is turned on. When it's deactivated, you cannot meet its demand for resource transfer. Interesting. Okay. Stockpile resources. You can send it using the send transport button next to the chosen resource. Here's when one side has applicable stockpile, at least 5,000. The other has enough stockpile capacity. That be moved. Location. Press the send transport side. Got it. Send people to location. Open the panel. Choose a colony and specify the direction and amount of people. Using the slider, you can find the information about the total population that moved and how many of them are of workforce on both sides of the slider. Force districts and buildings in the source city will deactivate. If it takes time, you can see the estimated duration in the top right corner of the screen after initiating the transfer. Okay. And so as a result, we are sending people here. Sending 3,000 people there, which means we are now have less people here. So we need all the same things, quite frankly. That's the problem. That's the real issue here. The problem is we also now have a working. When do we have a free year run out? 33 weeks. We have that stockpile. Oof. Everything is just enough to be stockpiling, except for goods. Goods are the one thing that we can't stockpile even. If we have no goods, however, we are managing. What was I guess? Reduce threat level or reduce execution time. Train scouts use advanced technology. really hate to use the heat stamps right now. That's the real problem. Is I just want to use heat stamps. That's where we're gonna run into issues. Not for something that I'm not gonna see immediate. I mean immediate results. Shifts. Shifts. Like, I'm tempted by machine-centric shifts. Pilgrims are gonna hate it, and they're already angry at us as it is. But lowering the workforce requirement would allow us to keep pushing forward despite the population loss that just occurred. The hubs. Oh, that's right. These are agglomeration of modular care units where patients from nearby districts can be processed. We don't have heat. We don't have heat. Everybody's on board. All of these. Workshop complex used as a base of operations from which engineers service nearby districts. Left alt. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. Thank you. We have 19 people available. We have 17 people that are sick. Teaching hospital. Recovery hospital. More disease. Increased population growth. Significant number of sick absentees. Preliminary triage districtability, which decreases disease but will result in deaths. I don't like that. You both do that. The difference is that you just also let us increase research speed versus you increasing population growth. And you just lower disease. Why? You guys have the boring ideas. It will regularly cure some sick absentees. Okay. Ironically, you two have the better ideas for this than you two. I don't care for population growth as much as I care for research speed increase. I think that's. I hate all this. All right. Housing block. Subsidized housing. So this is what I get for not researching this guy here. Costs me 1 heat stamp per week, plus 50 people. This is what this costs me. People, it will only give me a 10% increase, but or not 10%, plus 10. Maintenance Dewey. I think everybody doing maintenance is our best bet. The significant materials drop would be useful, and then we can go from there. That said, any of these. Problem is, like, now that I don't have to build housing, we're in better shape. Employment. Right now, we just and we don't even have the Frostland teams necessary to get more. We're kind of just stuck. Until those people get better. New districts can cost me no matter what I do. Increase. I think the problem is that right now we need to be stockpiling. Keep the food district livable. What do you mean your efficiency is down? You don't have efficiency. Your housing, right? You are where people live. That's absurd. I think it's the thing, like, temperatures are about to drop. Short on workers. We're gonna need a stockpile resources. Pretty good laws that we can pass. Guards happy we give them that. If we can not oppose the support. These is marginally increased. Wasted. The issue is like we're so low on heat stamps right now is the only reason why like before, if we had done this earlier, I was gonna do free essentials. But like heat stamps keeps being a problem for us. Oh my gosh. Michael Morales, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the jury. Happy to have you. I didn't even know that was okay. So that's my YouTube sub alert, I guess. That's interesting. Didn't know that's what that was. Cool. Um, like warm housing districts. That's the other thing though, is like that warm housing districts generate heat stamps. We are rarely gonna be warm. Let's not pretend that that is going to be something we can manage. Okay. Let us build housing and then we can do supported quarantine. It's a better option. Disease is significantly decreased. All we have to do is be able to provide additional shelter. He says, knowing that we don't have the workforce or the prefabs, build more shelter. Honest old Dreadnought. Like we don't even if we heal all the sick. We don't have the necessities required programs such as action. Steward, we see we're low on heat stamps. To prevent the city from grinding to a halt, the pilgrims have come forward with a potential solution. The city is right skinned, Steward. No one's got any funds to go around, he says. We say our best bet is to research salvaging factory to help us generate income over time. Yep, alright. Resources. Factory. Not 100% sure. How goods allow us to generate heat stamps. Go for it. You're done.
The stalwarts have once again calibrated all city clocks. Please ensure all personal timepieces are aligned.
Thank you, stalwarts. Looks like they've gotten there. Is there actually any new info? Possibly. Resource population transfer. We went over this already, so no, there's not. Okay. We have 100 people. Oh. 600, so 120. Jeez. Perfect, Phil. I'm not concerned about that. Oh, ouch. See, don't be so angry. How much longer do you need? Ooh, that shows coal everywhere. There's coal in them there mountains. We have no teams sent out. 20 of them are establishing colony of the Dreadnought. Know how much longer they need. I don't like what I see. Doop doop, diddly boop. Yeah, we have no sick people, and we don't have. We do. That was good. We still don't have enough. Oh, we are at perfect equilibrium with materials. Isn't the best thing. Also not the worst thing. So we'll make it work. Don't. Yeah, I'm more concerned about getting the whole stockpile up. More efficient eating. Advanced housing and stuff. That sounds handy. Asbestos lining? Heck yeah. Yeah, I do wish the heat dispatchers didn't have to be built. They didn't require upkeep. That sounds amazing. Here's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the easiest solutions are the ones people didn't bother to think of. We're getting close. I do wish you would tell me how much time remains. The fact that you don't makes me very annoyed. True trust rises.
Its latest breakthrough.
City favoring quality. Suck it up. Balanced education. Let me sign a research. Be fine. Industrial. We don't have anything with that yet. Switzer Cone. 2 foreman. Back from the city store, inspecting his weekly allocation. Let's see. Bar of soap. Shit. A hemp undervest. Itchy by the sheer look of it. Sucks I couldn't get new socks. Ran out of allocation. Bollocks. What's the point of being a foreman if I get the same allocation as the line workers? Maybe if I slip the clerk a handful of heat stamps and find a pair of fresh socks like. It's better smelling soap, maybe. Lack of law regulating basic necessities is causing tension to rise here. Alright, well, pass along about basic necessities then. For the base necessities, the simple base necessities. All would have just let it go. Everyone's paid. Because, like, people can be divided and they can vote against it. I'd be fine with it. But we get the heat stamp issue, well, sorted, then we change it later.
The delegates have spoken. The law takes effect.
Voting merit. See it however you want. Doing what I must.
Take note. A new rule enters into force.
One, let's get the idea tree rolling again. Finish the last one. Let's get workplace installation. Don't be hostile to me.
Steward. Steward.
Surrender to the
Surrender to the frost!
The frost.
Honest voice. What do you mean? They said that they wanted a rule to address it. And I said, okay, you've got it. What the goods? Are you talking about the fact that there's no goods? Was the last law a reason? Is that what the problem was? We're good on food. Oh, like, what do you need to send? Okay, they've already got 3,000 people. 800. Are you going to keep flashing even though we don't need to do what you're asking me to do? Okay, there's no food in this area. Why? The balls. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Visions of our future. Steward, everyone in New London is awaiting the moment we get a steady supply of oil. So many fears would vanish, so many dreams made possible. Those dreams seem to be diverging. Swords paint visions of an eternally warm New London, as warm as only the eldest among us remember. Pilgrims want us to use the newfound power to reach out and settle remote places on the Frostland, making it our own. With factions started thinking about how to use the oil when it reaches New London. When it does, we'll have to decide. Joel? No, I don't need to be here. They're frostbite freaking stealth. Maybe here. We can't do anything because we don't. Hey, what do you mean a waste of resources? Damn. Listen, you. Don't make me fight you. We're gonna have to gotta up. Pilots. Some of you may die. Those are dangerous. All those are dangerous. We okay. So we need four remaining 205 weeks. So that's the thing, is like it will eventually run out. We do have the ability to increase our efficiency by taking the machines, and we have the spots that will allow us to permanently or have an infinite amount of food. So right now we are lower on food than I want to be. Can we be okay with that? I appreciate the fact that we can build the housing down here. We can save ourselves on some cost. Prefabs, fabs, oil. So we can get. Oh, there's all kinds of oil. There's so much oil. I'm confused. So you had us transfer a stockpile of coal when it actually can't run on coal. The real problem is going to be the fact that it also needs it just shows food as a check. Where's the food being generated from? From the furnace.
Catalogs of the latest goods are now available. Order at your local grocer.
Prefabs and adhesives. The shade around the size of the community more used by satisfying goods demand. Sure would have helped if I had bothered reading that part. Goods will increase. One in the industrial. Just need. Understand. Well, I do understand. They want us to send it. We need to send oil, but we haven't started mining the oil yet. Start extracting prefabs instead of oil, and we're gonna build housing down here. Yep, that was gonna happen. If I had thought that through all the way, I would have known that was gonna happen. It can't be helped. as soon as we can build an extraction district, we will just need 150 that. That. All right.
The delegates have gathered and will consider the steward's agenda.
We need. Commands and requirements. Have we not already gone over this? Maybe we should have gone over this by now. Requirements and resources, workforce, or both. If do not fulfill, the district will cease to function. On the other hand, their demand. Not increase the overall demand of the city, meaning that if it's not filled, it will increase problems. Smaller. Not affecting district's output, district will work the same as long as its requirements. Okay. Food. Need.
Stupid.
I don't care for having switched.
Hear us, students.
The third economy paid essentials. Steward, now that we are charging for essentials, some unemployed families are unable to afford basic necessities. Work goes to the worthiest. These people were passed up. It's their own damn fault. Should put in the work instead of expecting the city to solve their problems, claimed one stalwart delegate. Others are more measured and say we could provide them with a weekly allowance. We can offer them work, give them a budget. Up to them to use it wisely. No patents. Like, it's a shame. I don't like it, but can we even house? We hold 50,000 is the full stockpile. We could not take that much in right now. We need an extraction district. We need a week, so 2 more weeks. Love it. but it's livable with no extra.
Our researchers have developed a new idea and await their next task.
And why you're still? Oh, actually, that made them go up because they were real mad before. Uh, like. Being constructed in these districts. I have to construct a housing block. Oh, I get it now. I can build a housing block in any other district in order to. I understand. Carry on. Like I enjoy improving the efficiency. I just question how well it works long term, and not. No, what I actually question is what I'm gonna do when this cult pilgrim starts fighting me. Because decreasing the materials is useful. That just seems like a better option. They're gonna be so mad. Take 4 weeks. Why don't you tell me how long it takes? That would be much more useful, whatever it is you're doing.
Stupid.
Steward.
Mm. Oh, the base necessities, the simple base necessities. We're not done for the night, no, we're not here. No. Can actually afford to transfer. Oop, not that one. 30. We still don't have any goods for ourselves. They're stockpiling food, so it's fine. Come on, guys. Just need the oil. Coal. Nope. Some things just don't work quite how I want them to. I realize it's a me problem, not a game problem, but that's a little bit in my book. Boom. I extract oil, then use resource transfer sensor.
Our elderly citizens are encouraged to pre-register their funerals at their local harvesting parlor.
At their local harvesting parlor. I hate that so much. Ew, no thank you. Okay, so I get coal. I need to get prosthetics. Dude, a young engineer brought us novel designs to mass-produce prosthetics with a minimum amount of resources. Manufactured in standard sizes, they would allow maimed workers to get back on the saddle in no time. Sure, they won't be the sturdiest, but they will cost practically nothing. When breaks, folks will quickly get another one. From materials to industry to use these designs. We don't have materials. Real thing that we're lacking on is housing. Build. We're not gonna be able to finish the housing before the cold snap hits.
The Research Institute is ready to present its latest breakthrough.
right, we've got one. Because we can get Y without.
Steward?
Honorable Steward.
Assembling extra prefabs. Good man.
Through order, victory.
Through order, victory?
And we could use what you got. Yes. I didn't actually start the vote on it. That would help. Mostly hesitant, mostly. Pass the law. Ooh, you want us to condemn the pilgrims? No. Plastic line. I don't like the chemical additives, and I don't like the pollution. However, I don't deny the importance of it. Let's. I wouldn't be as concerned if we had a better way to deal with disease. Right now, we don't. Build a we'll construct blasting line.
The eyes have it!
By a substantial amount. Unproductive teammates. You're real mad about it. Get your house. Well, you're not actually hostile right now. particularly want it. Okay, so you actually won't let me build there because you're like, it's despite the fact that the only reason it's depleted is because we had to tear down the thing. Okay. Well, now that I understand that this is just perma dead, it does not exist anymore. Goodbye. Uh, you're fine. The stalwarts will fight. Done. Nothing we can do here now. This place is operating as best it can. There are no goods. We don't have any goods. Crime is slightly up. Crime is only up because goods are scarce and population sizes. Get and all kinds of coal. Make sure I have a plethora of coal right now, so everybody livable for a minute. Almost literally just a minute. But a minute nevertheless. Problem is we don't have the workforce necessary. We have plenty of house right now. So we do those once a week. love it, guys. I'm sorry, but for the good of all of us. Real problem I see is that we don't have the workforce necessary to meet tier. Plus 6. And these guys.
Do not complain about maintenance duty of the unproductive. You only have yourselves to blame.
Gotten colder. However, it's what we prepped for. Still stock. Okay. This actually required me to do a 75 oil output transfer. I thought I just had to transfer 75 oil. That is a big difference and a problem. So, also, we'll have the workforce back after they're done frost breaking. Still won't solve. Oop. Jeez, that's the second one this month. God, I always carry a spare. I have 3 more at home. New Grossmith design is a bit flimsy for my taste, but at least we no longer have to worry about prosthetic supply. Hell, the whole city could lose a hand and we'd probably still have some to spare. Some parts, though. I want to massage it more often. Materials, mass production of prosthetics. Good. We're slowly running out of supply. Problem is, we don't have the workforce. do that, then we have the workforce necessary. Not working on any research right now. Should be. Enough heat stamps for that. Stamps for anything. Steam. We have to get the oil supply working, and then we can. Right now, we are at perfect equilibrium. And as soon as we you mean we have to do that in order to get the supply that we need. Don't like it. Make it work. Don't like it. Especially because we're about to explode out the material stockpile we have working for us. You know how many materials? Man, 45. Y'all are a touch cold, but you'll get over it. What we gotta do for right now? Yeah, I want to finish. We can. But we need 75. So Be that district. We're gonna frostbreak our way to this one. If we can get all three of those rolling.
From all corners of the city, the council gathers.
Do they have to? They just, I don't know. Not. Okay, so we actually have quite a surplus now here on uh, materials. Okay. That's got that taken care of. We're losing coal at 67 per day, but we can last 98 weeks with the coal that we have. Getting oil in. We're just not getting it in as fast as we can. Sweeping the stairs of a shop. My first shop. One that I earned off the sweat of my own back. My nose to the grindstone, stayed focused and I was rewarded. The city is slowly proving to be a haven for merit and hard work. Next, I'll buy out the shop around the corner. Expand. There'll be an Ollie's outlet at every corner, mark my words. I'll show them my worth. Charge them accordingly. He's made steps towards the merit. Cornerstones? Pump jacks. Woo. Left alt. We do have heat stamps. Is now the time to eat. That's the real question. Tear it down. With that gone, we have workers again. So let's see what's going to work. Industrial district. There. this will be completely set. This is about plus 72 a day. We should be able to. Get the last one. Let's get us all situated. And then we can. Take 250 more workforce, which I assume is how many is currently. Not. We have a slight issue. I think if we cut. That we'll get a net gain. At least we've got a warmer season coming, but it's what, 50 weeks away. Yeah, these guys love me. Why can't you love me? What do I need? 35 more. Have a- would like to if I can. %. Suspicion fills the air as the first transport of oil is sent to New London. To dream of a future without feeling cold feels surreal. To make it happen, however, we will need to modify the generator to turn this black gold into heat. This will be irreversible. We should rebuild for ourselves with it. Oh. Chapter 2, Ambitions. Did it, guys. Made it to Chapter 2. Somehow. People cheer as oil reaches the city. The question of what it means for our future remains. Years of suffering are coming to an end. Let's improve the generator further and pump oil until the snows of the city melt forever. Shout the stalwarts leaders. But the pilgrims disagree. Stalwarts want is hubris. New London won't last forever. Frost is our reality and we have to embrace it. Venture forth, use oil to settle new homes in the White Meal. unlocks oil pumps generator upgrade that uses only oil. Unlocks the ability to exploit unlimited deep deposits. The problem is, it feels more adaptive makes more sense. Like, the oil's great, and we found a lot of it. We did not find an unlimited supply of it. Also, what happens when one of them catches on fire the way our mine did? Like, saying we will solely use oil feels short-sighted. I assume it uses oil. It uses solely oil, and so is more efficient at using it. But I just don't like how we're characterizing these things. Like unlimited output Frostlane settlements, unlimited output from the Frostlane settlements. That sounds fantastic. And with a network, we can still defeat the Frost by expanding out towards it and keeping it from overwhelming us. We first need to upgrade the generator with adaptive pumps to use a new fuel. Then we must research furnaces that will support creating viable outposts and permanent settlements. It will provide a supply of resources that will not run out. Outposts are viable as permanent settlements. There are plenty of useful sites around New London.
An automaton has broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
Steward.
Through order, victory.
Through order victory?
A fist. Because you oppose what it did? I got it. Eating. Generator upgrade. Coal liquid. That's interesting. Still using accelerated decomposition processes to synthesize oil from a mix of coal and organic waste materials. Well, that's fun. We both produced 96. The difference is what? How much coal is required? And the workforce for upkeep. Heating hub in facility injecting high pressure water into the ground to speed up oil extraction, causing minor impurities to seep into drinking water. I don't like that. Fracturing pump jack. You know, squalor and higher material demand. We don't struggle on material demand. By 50% of the squalor produced by district process. so far been able to keep those in check. However, this is already research. We're going to just a little bit. Upgrading outposts for permanent settlements, which can provide an unlimited resource. It will use all of our stamps. Generator adaptive pumps in central district. Still being skyways. Okay, so how do I do that? Because okay. Organize a steward the growing fervor of certain groups in our city has become a cause for alarm. Agitators rile up tensions and push their factions more radical and violent actions. Provided we build enough prison space, our guards could place such militants in competitive arrest. On detention would cool their heels and calm their fellows. I see. Look, these guys still support me, right? Okay. Rebuilding the generator to accept new types of fuel. Generators have two different paths, progress and adaptation. Mutually exclusive, so after choosing one of the directions for the first generator upgrade, you can only develop technology that generator has different types of fuels supported depending on the chosen path. Adaptation supports all types of fuel. Progress uses only oil, but much more efficient. Yeah, that's right. Generator burns fuel into heat. Efficiency in that process depends on the type of fuel. A unit of oil always gives more units of heat than coal. Then type of generator, progress grades make oil give much more actions. Okay. Fervor and detainees. We can do that next time. Research and construct. Need more workers and need more money. Right? Alright. But it is basically midnight. We just finished chapter. And so I think now is the time to call it a night. I do think though that we're going to do this. force because then okay. Uh, full 40, 120. Just just barely. Just barely not enough. How dare. Oh, that is an ability that we have to trigger and then actually upgrade each district. Well, that is good for me to find out at this point. All right. So I'm enjoying this. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But again, I really enjoyed the first one. I'm enjoying this one. And so I'm gonna have to think long and hard about whether or not we're gonna keep playing this or not. Because my heart says let's do it. But the other side of my heart says you need to finish Clear Obscure. So I don't know, we'll figure out what we're doing. But that said, that is gonna do it for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Look at all my saves. Uh, Tomorrow should be myself, Jumping Monkey Bot, and Drummer Doug playing some more, excuse me, Minecraft Skyblock. We started last week, and I'm trying to figure out how all this mod stuff works. In addition to trying to figure out how to play on a mouse and keyboard, because I've largely played Minecraft with a controller my whole life. So, just trying to figure all that out. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then tune back in on Wednesday, where all things going according to plan. Will it either be more of this or more of Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Thank you all so much for watching this, and until next time, this stream is adjourned. Good night, everybody.